And to hear them both talk about how much this changed their life, about the path they're on, like, this is literally the shit we preach, like, which is the idea that, like, if you can start looking at your training like almost like your profession, you don't have to actually become a fighter. Like, it is life-changing. So watch two millionaires who've had it all. They have women, like, you just name it. Like, by the age of 24, name one thing that Jake Paul didn't have.
Yeah.
Why are you choosing to go to Puerto Rico and spend 8 weeks in a hot, air-conditioned gym and live this way?
And not ending up in rehab in Cabo or something.
What is it about those first few years of peak fame and riches and women that you are now that you've had that, you're willing to choose this life? What is it about it?
But some people are attracted to the warrior lifestyle.
Exactly. And I think more people are attracted to it than they realize. Like, for instance, I made this comment about how I didn't like that Tyron Woodley was making rap videos, doing stuff in the studio. Like, I didn't like that he was doing that during camp. The OT Genesis video. And people are like, give me crap. Like, oh, you can multitask. But it's like, but that could have been the difference between you beating this kid. Right? That day you were at the video with all the women and the 40, even if you weren't drinking, it's still time wasted energy. He was in some hot-ass gym in Puerto Rico. It's those days that make a difference in camp. Yeah. And that's why I said, I feel like Tyron Woodley is...
Because that was a very winnable fight for Tyron Woodley. Yeah. Let's be realistic.
And at Tyron Woodley's age 39, because he's never... Like, I feel like he's chasing a lifestyle that this kid had at 21 and realizes isn't shit. Like, that's what I looked at as. I was like, so wait, one person is an actual millionaire already, has the houses, has the cars, has the women.
Very good perspective.
And he's choosing to be in this hot-ass gym. You've had a little bit of fame, but you've never had it. But and then here you are making rap videos with 1942 bottles of women. It's like, it's very telling, right, about the mind state they're in. And that right there for me was a problem with Tyron. I'm like, this kid already knows that shit's a waste. If Tyron, let's say, makes $10 million, after a year of that life, he'd probably feel the same way.
But he hasn't experienced that.
Exactly. That's why I feel like Floyd Mayweather's the way he is. I feel like Floyd had his time, and he never really drank, so his discipline is ridiculous. But let's say it was just women. I think maybe there was a time period in his life when he took those 2 years off where he realized, like, oh, like, this is boring. Like, I have $200 million. This one, like, this is boring.
It's like what the great philosopher Alan Watts said. You could sit on the perfect beach, grapes being fed to you. Everything's perfect. You're in the most luxurious place. But after a while, that comfort, it would just get boring. And you would ask for something else, something unexpected to happen to you, or some kind of challenge that you have to seek out for. And and that's Jake probably realizes that.
Remember I told you, like, some of the best, I told you why my favorite thing when we used to go to those trips in Panama is, like, it's different when you used to go on spring break and, like, literally by the third day, like, you've eaten, you're like ready to go home. I remember, like, on those trips, because we were like, even I had to be disciplined with you and you were cut away. It made those last 2 days so much better.
Just thinking about them makes me so happy, because if they felt like missions.
Yeah.
They felt like you were on a mission, and you had to accomplish certain things before you could enjoy certain things. And I just get good. Like that, I have a bone chip in my elbow from the fight in Jamaica, and I've associated now that every time I feel it, I think of all the good times I had in Jamaica and all the challenges and all the missions.
But you know what I mean?
And all the delayed gratification and all the rewards after. They meant so much more.
So you brought up the point how the after party for Ben Askren, he said, like, dude, he's like, I've had bigger parties, spent more money. He said, like, that wasn't even close to, I've been at parties where there's celebrities everywhere. My brother's a big deal. He goes, and because of how much disciplined I was for those 8 weeks, because I hadn't drank.
And you're also on such a high of self-accomplishment.
He said, it was like, I've been in this lifestyle in California for years. And he goes, there was nothing like that feeling after that 8-week camp. And the party was mid compared to the shit I've already experienced in my 20s. Like,
that's a serotonin endorphin high that, like, you can't.
And you feel like you deserve it. That's like our whole joke about the Thicc Boy thing. I'd rather suffer in the gym. Like, I feel like I deserve
when we sit down, La Castillo, meat platter, all of it.
If I don't train that day, I don't feel like I deserve it.
Yeah. Actually, like, days I don't train, I fast way more. I eat some fruit. Like, if I didn't get a chance to train, I don't go crazy with
I literally associate like my meals with my training that day. Like, I'll literally be like, what do I want to eat today? And then I'm like, sometimes, like, all right, I'm going to stay and I'm going to actually train because I do want to go be fat tonight. And I think about it that way. You know what I mean?
What's the saying? Let everybody know.
Yeah, so it's better to suffer in the gym than suffer at the dinner table. So, like,
train hard, think easy.